Okay, we've all seen this classic sci-fi setup, right? The main characters crash land into some hostile, frozen territory, and they just have to survive. But today, we're going to break down a total masterclass in narrative subversion. We're looking at a scene where a seemingly straightforward rescue mission gets completely turned upside down in literally a matter of moments. Let's dive in and see exactly how this text uses some incredibly clever pacing and environmental storytelling to just completely pull the rug out from under us. Look at this line right here. The narrator immediately subverts our expectations of that typical sci-fi crash, right in the very first line. The shuttle didn't fall to its destruction, it was pulled down intentionally. That single sentence completely shifts the entire power dynamic. Our heroes aren't just victims of a mechanical failure or bad luck. No, they were intercepted. Whoever's down below is absolutely 100% in control of this situation.
All right, let's move into Section 1, Descent into the Hidden City.
So Ethan and his companion Marcus haven't just crashed into a barren wasteland. I mean, put yourself in their shoes for a second. You stumble out of a smoking shuttle, totally bracing yourself for a freezing, deadly void, and instead, boom, you're standing inside this massive subterranean dome. It's a secret city, completely bathed in artificial sunlight. Not exactly your average Tuesday crash landing, right? And waiting for them are dozens of high-tech soldiers. But notice who's actually in charge here. It's a woman in a lab coat standing right at the front. It's literally brain power standing squarely in front of firepower. Which brings us to Section 2, Grandfather's Legacy and Lies. So this is where all that environmental awe gives way to a massive lore drop. Despite being surrounded by an overwhelming force of heavily armed soldiers in this impossible hidden city, Ethan doesn't cower. He anchors the entire scene with one single driving demand: where is my mother? It's such a fantastic character moment. He just ignores the crazy spectacle around him, assumes he's there for a rescue, and cuts straight to the heart of his mission. But then, the scientist's greeting completely rewrites Ethan's family history on the spot. She calls him Master Ethan. That implies he belongs to this inherited hierarchy that he knew absolutely nothing about. And then she drops the real bombshell. This hidden dome, it isn't a prison at all. His grandfather built it to preserve humanity's greatest minds. So this is a sanctuary built by his own bloodline. Think about how this completely shatters Ethan's foundational belief. He came all the way out here to save a kidnapping victim. But the reality, his mother wasn't kidnapped at all. She is the director of this entire facility. The very woman he came to rescue is running the empire that just yanked his ship right out of the sky. Things are about to escalate fast. Let's look at Section 3. The trap is sprung. Right as Ethan is trying to process this monumental revelation, the grand laboratory doors slide open. The anticipation absolutely peaks right here. Walking out is a woman who looks exactly like the photograph Ethan keeps in his notebook. For a split second, despite all these bizarre revelations, it feels like a win. He has visual confirmation. Mission accomplished, right? But nope. There is no heartfelt reunion. There's no dramatic embrace. Before Ethan can even take a step, she stops him dead in his tracks. Ethan, you shouldn't have come here. It's a trap. Any fleeting sense of relief you or Ethan might have felt instantly evaporates. She might be the director, but she's warning him that he just walked straight into a snare. Let's break down this crazy cliffhanger step by step, because it's a stunning reversal. First, the mother warns Ethan. Second, that welcoming scientist suddenly starts laughing. And third, the real kicker, those dozens of high-tech soldiers raise their weapons. But they don't aim at Ethan, the intruder. No, they aim squarely at Ethan's mother. In a flash, the peril shifts entirely away from our heroes and directly onto the facility's own director. This entire sequence completely flips the script on the standard rescue mission trope, and it leaves us with one massive lingering question. Why would the grandfather's soldiers turn their weapons on the facility's director, their own flesh and blood? What kind of dark mutiny is actually unfolding inside this supposedly utopian underground city? It forces us to rethink absolutely everything we thought we knew.